back at Disneyland and we're gonna try out some of the fall/Halloween foods that they have kind of done like a soft open launch for over here at DCA, but we will be back on the 22nd when they drop everything else. So you'll see us in like 2 different outfits in this video. Our first stop is Award Wieners because they have 2 items that we're gonna get.
Oh, thank you.
So the first thing we got is the Pambazo Torta. Sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly, and it is served with film strip fries. How soft that bread is, oh my gosh. It'll be a little messy, but worth it. Today is a bad day to wear white because I'm about to dig into this torta, and I know it's gonna be messy, but it'll be worth it because it'll be delicious. Here we go, first bite. Oh, there's a hot dog in there, that makes sense. The flavor is delicious. The veggies on it, the pickled onions, and the meat. It's a great combination.
This looks so good. It definitely loses some points for messiness. It has a nice little spicy zing to it, but I think this is probably like an 8.5 out of 10. It's still really good to get though.
And then for dessert, we got the Spell Bar. So this is a batter fried Snickers bar on a stick with chocolate drizzle, whipped cream topping, and roasted peanuts. I love that they did a deep fried Snickers bar here. So we're gonna feel like I'm at the fair. Let's try it. Wow, that is, I wish I had ice cream because it's a very hot day. And the whipped cream is kind of melting already, but this thing is delicious. I think we let it sit a little bit, so the batter isn't as crunchy as I would like, but it's still really good. Just can't go wrong with deep fried anything. And then a deep fried Snickers bar. I'm gonna get this so many times. Should we have order 2?
It is so good, so decadent. The caramel, the chocolate, the nougat, the nuts, the batter, everything.
So while we're still just kind of hanging out and digesting, Dustin went over to Schmoozie's and got these 2 items for us. Thank you for doing that.
You're very welcome.
These were actually kind of expensive. So the ube cider was almost $18. And then these are the Ursula waffles, Mickey waffles, and they have ube cream in it. And they're like a little, I think they're almost $12. So I hope it's good as much as they cost.
All right, so now that I have something in my stomach after the tortas and that Spell Bar, let's try this ube cider. There's a weird aftertaste to it.
Oh?
And it is super light, which is nice. It is very refreshing, but it has a weird kind of aftertaste to it.
Is there like an ube flavor to it at all?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, it's starting to grow on me the more and more I have a sip of it. It is tasty, but yeah, it's just a weird flavor. I actually like to see you just take a small sip of it and tell me what you think.
That's really good, actually. Ooh. Okay, I see the aftertaste. It's like back of your throat a little bit. I don't know what it is or how to describe it, but the flavor of it is really good, and on a hot day, it's really refreshing. There's like a hint of ube, but now we're gonna dive into the waffles. So these are ube filled, as you can see. So I don't know if it captured that. I'm gonna eat the ear first. Oh, it's exploding. That's really good. It's not as a strong ube flavor as I'd like, but you can definitely tell it's ube. And I like it. The best part, it's not too sweet.
I like it. You're right, it is definitely not that sweet. There's like a whisper of chocolate from the chocolate Mickey waffle. However, the fact that you only get 2 of these for $12, that means they're $6 a piece, is a little pricey for me. So yeah, that's a little too expensive. But, you know, it's still good. But yeah, the price knocks it down, the rating down a little bit. So I'd just have to say that this is probably like 6.5, 7 because of the price and overall taste. Same thing kind of with the ube cider. You know, I think I'd go with a 6.5, 7 on the ube cider because it is starting to grow on me a little bit more.
Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's a lot of food all at once, but I am feeling really sluggish. So we're gonna go over to Cars Land to the Cozy Cone, and we're gonna try one of their cold brews, their seasonal cold brews for Halloween, and this one is the pumpkin creme brulee cold brew. All right, so hopefully this coffee will provide a little bit of a pick-me-up. Just reading off of my notes, it has Joffrey's pumpkin creme brulee cold brew with pumpkin sauce topped with a cold cream foam. Stir it in just a little bit since a lot of the sprinkled on cinnamon has already gotten all wet, saturated because we took too long. I was asking Dustin to take videos and pictures. I don't know if I like this. Right off the top, it's like that very sharp, artificial pumpkin flavor. Not as bad as the Red Rose Tavern. That one pumpkin spice latte or cold brew we had was awful. I'm gonna try to stir it in just a little bit more. Sorry, I had to wipe down and get coffee off of myself. Let's give this another gentle stir and try. Okay, that's a little bit better. It does have this I think it's the cinnamon. I think there's an abundance of cinnamon and spices in here, which makes sense for a pumpkin creme brulee, but I expected it to has a little bit more of that custard flavoring for the sweetness and not just depending on the spice. So this is not bad, but not good.
Not bad, but not good.
It's a little too spice heavy, but I welcome the caffeine. I would say that is a 6 out of 10.
Man, I had high hopes for this. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that spice powder really builds up on you. At first I was like, oh, you taste a little bit of creaminess. No, then that kind of artificial pumpkin kicks in, and then the spiciness of it really hits you. It's like, ugh. It's almost like you tried to do that cinnamon challenge where you try to have a whole spoonful of cinnamon. I'm actually going to give it a 5 out of 10. To further satisfy our coffee needs, because the last one wasn't the best, we're going to try this frozen marble cold brew or something like that at the Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta. This is something we're thinking of getting. This is the Cusco Poison Sipper. And it glows too. But this is what we're here for. So this has frozen Joffrey's French Rose cold brew coffee drizzled with oat milk and sweetened condensed milk. I actually have high hopes for this one. I also like that Disney's been kind of leaning more into a frozen coffee frappuccino situation. But this doesn't have too much bells and whistles on it, which I think it's going to give me what I'm looking for in a coffee and a boost of caffeine. Is that condensed milk? I'm telling you, stir it up a little bit so it's not all sunk to the bottom. But this is, if you want just something sweet and coffee, this is it for you. Also on a hot day like today, this is perfect. Has just the right touch of sweetness. Sometimes condensed milk you can overdo it, but he didn't with this one. I'm tasting a lot of that condensed milk, the oat milk. This I like so much better than the pumpkin creme brulee cold brew. So sorry. This I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is good. I like the creaminess of it. The sweetness is really good. This is definitely better than the pumpkin one. This is
going to be our last group of food items for today, and we are at Aunt Cass to finish out the day. We have ordered the chicken pot pie soup, which is chicken pot pie and a bread bowl with crispy fried egg roll wrappers on top, which looks and sounds really, it looks like a giant Cheez-It to me. That's what it looks like. But sometimes it's not about the look, sometimes it's about the taste. So let's give it a try. It truly looks like a giant Cheez-It, does it not? Maybe I'll dunk a little bit of it in the soup. Maybe, there we go. That kind of is actually delicious. Got a little bit of a cheesy taste to it, I think. So it does feel like a large Cheez-It, which is kind of fun to eat.
A gourmet Cheez-It.
Gourmet Cheez-It. We're gonna try the actual soup now. Just feel like you can't go wrong with chicken pot pie soup in a bread bowl, you know? I feel like for me, Aunt Cass has always delivered on all of their bread bowl soups, on all of their bread puddings, and for the most part, they're cold brews. So I'm not surprised that this tastes really good, really hearty. And I am glad that we waited until like the temperature to cool down to have this, because I think if we were eating this at like the hottest time of the day, I wouldn't be enjoying as much, because who wants hot soup when it's 90 degrees out? But this is good. A little bit on the saltier side for me, so 8 out of 10.
Ooh. There's a lot of different flavors going on in this. I like the creaminess, I like the chicken flavor, I like the vegetable flavors in there. They all go together really well. This is a definite get. This is really good. If you like the soup bowls and the sourdough, get this. I want to try the gourmet. I want to try the gourmet Cheez-It cracker. You're right. It's pretty much gourmet Cheez-It. That is hilarious. I don't think there's any other way to really describe that but gourmet Cheez-It. I'd say this is an easy 9 out of 10. This is the cinnamon apple cold brew. It's Joffrey's caramel cold brew with apple cinnamon foam and apple cereal dust. So I get the honors of trying it with stirring and without stirring. So I really like this. However, I think it's going to be way too sweet for Wendy. Let me mix it in just a little bit. Not too much though, because I want to try that. Oh, that cold, the foam on top. Is it like Apple Jacks? No. This actually has flavor of apple in it. Okay, great. It doesn't. It's not like the Apple Jacks that doesn't taste anything like apples. This is definitely an 8.5 out of 10 for me.
This is the third cold brew we've had today. That's a record, I think, even for myself. I do worry that this being a little bit too sweet. I'm also unsure about a cinnamon apple cold brew, so we'll see. Oh, that's way more pleasant than I thought it was going to be. Surprisingly, not too sweet. Not as sweet as I was expecting. To me, this is smooth. It doesn't really have too much of that artificial flavoring, aftertaste, that bite. I like this. Aunt Cass, you've delivered again with the cold brew. I am going to give this 8.5 out of 10. And lastly, for dessert, we have the caramel apple bread pudding with caramelized apples, whipped topping, and caramel sauce. So I will say I like bread pudding, but it's not like the dessert that I, would actively seek out. But whenever Aunt Cass drops a bread pudding, I tend to want to try it because they've done really well with all of them, even the ones that I didn't think I'd like. So let's try this caramel apple one. You're basically eating an apple pie. That's what it is. But like the most delicious, moist apple pie. That's, again, not too sweet. It's just sweet enough. And the apple that they use has a bit of tartness to it, probably Granny Smith. Maybe, I don't know. But it's tart enough to kind of offset the caramel. So I really am liking this. And I feel like caramel apple, for the most part, everybody kind of enjoys that combination. And it's fairly popular, I would say, especially in the fall. So if you haven't tried any bread pudding at Aunt Cass, let this be your first one. You won't regret it. 9 out of 10.
I didn't think that it was going to compare. I thought it was going to be good from Wendy's reaction. But I thought, okay, it's probably not going to be as good as some of the other ones. Oh my gosh. Every single one of these is always good. This is absolutely delicious. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. If you're coming to Disney California Adventure, you've got to get one of these. I love it.
All right, we made the jump over to Disneyland, and we're going to try some of the food items here. So we created a game plan before coming, and we have pre-ordered the macaron from the Jolly Holiday Bakery, and then after that we're going to go to Cafe Daisy in Toontown. All right, so we are finally sat, and we have 3 items to try from 2 different places. The first was the Jolly Holiday Macaron, and then we have the cold brew and the donuts from Cafe Daisy. It is so hot, and I literally haven't eaten a thing yet. So I think I'm gonna try the pumpkin tiramisu cold brew first. We're gonna stir it in. I learned from the last time from the regular tiramisu cold brew that we're just gonna leave this guy in to soak because I ate it and it was hard. The cinnamon is strong with this. I'm gonna stir it in a little bit more. I mean, I like it, but I also like the last tiramisu cold brew, so this is not a surprise. It's sweeter than the last one. I will give this an 8 out of 10.
Oh, ooh, yeah, there's the cinnamon hit. Overall, this is really good, nice and sweet. You definitely have the coffee and the tiramisu flavor in there. Yeah, I think I agree with Wendy. This is a good 8 out of 10.
So it looks like my plan didn't work because the ladyfinger is now disintegrated, and I guess we'll just be sipping up chunks of it instead. Oh well. Now our macaron has melted in the sun on the walk over here from the Jolly Holiday to Cafe Daisy because it is like a solid 90 degrees in Anaheim today, but that's fine. So we have the Jack-o'-lantern Mickey pumpkin macaron. It's a pumpkin macaron shell filled with caramel and pumpkin cheesecake. You guys don't, oh my God, the whole thing just crumbled. I'm just gonna eat it, it's fine. It was already crumbling before we got here. It's almost borderline too sweet for me, almost. But that filling is insane. Yeah, the more into the middle you eat, more of that pumpkin filling. It's like less sweet as you get into the middle, or my taste buds got used to it. Definitely a must get. 8.5 out of 10.
Now, of course, Wendy did commit a cardinal sin when it comes to Mickey-shaped food. You've got to eat the ear first.
Melted.
Oh no, you still have to eat the ear first. Ooh, that is very pumpkin-y. I really like the pumpkin stuff that they put in here. This is delicious. Very fall flavored. It's not like your fake kind of pumpkin stuffing that you have in there. It is like, it seems like they used real pumpkin. So absolutely delicious. I think I've had other ones that are a lot tastier, but this is still really good, especially for the fall season. I'd give this an 8 out of 10.
So next we have Daisy's Goody donuts, and these are house-made mini apple cider donuts with spiced apple sugar. I have never had an apple cider donut. They smell delicious. It's a nice contrast after eating the macaron because it makes it not too sweet. And there's no frosting on it, it's just like the sugar. This is really good, and I could have like, there's only 5 to an order. I could eat all of these in one sitting easy.
They're not bad. They kind of have a nice sweet hit at the very beginning, but after that it kind of tapers off, and then it kind of stays kind of bland, and it doesn't quite have like the that nice kind of like fried dough flavor that I really like. I want to give it an 8 out of 10. Still good.
Because right now we have a nice seat in Toontown under an umbrella, I just made the short walk over to Troubadour Tavern to get the bulgogi potato. Dustin and I are both super excited for this. So this has bulgogi, marinated beef, gochujang mayo, spicy cucumber, and green onions. And Troubadour potatoes, kind of just like Aunt Cass, how good it's consistently good. So I'm super excited to give this a try. I just hope they do the bulgogi right. I try to get a little bit of everything on one bite. Here we go. You stop that right now. That's so good. Oh, they did this one really well. We got the sweetness of the bulgogi, the spiciness of the gochujang and the mayo, and the cucumber on top adds a little bit of a cooling factor. If you get one thing at Disneyland when you come for Halloween, let it be this baked potato. Wow, 10 out of 10. I just want to keep eating, but I'm going to give Dustin his half of potato right now.
First, I got to tell you, it just smells delicious. And I've been looking forward to this ever since we were going through all of the different food we wanted to try. After seeing Wendy's reaction, I am even more excited.
having a moment of...
I'm having a moment. Oh my God, that is so good. Flavors, the spiciness, everything is amazing. Oh my gosh, and it has an amazing aftertaste too. The taste lingers in your mouth, just giving you a little bit of a memory of the joy that you just had. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. 10 out of 10. Get it.
All right, we are making our way now to Bengal Barbecue to pick up 2 new drinks there. One of them is a pumpkin chai latte. The other one is an iced pandan cooler. Perfect for today's weather. All right, so we got 2 drinks from Bengal Barbecue. We have the iced pumpkin chai latte, and it has brown sugar spheres, aka boba, and cold foam. And then the other one is the pandan cooler with brown sugar spheres, again boba, and an ube cold foam. I am actually a little bit more excited about the pandan cooler because I've never had anything like this before, and the ube cold cream is calling my name. So I'm gonna sip off the top because I want to get the cold cream. It's so good. And the coloring is beautiful. I'm gonna now stir it up a little bit. That is so refreshing. Not overly sweet. And I think they got the flavors really down packed. Sometimes I think parks, when they do like a Thai tea or a boba tea or a pandan thing, I'm like, can they? But I think it's pretty good. So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10.
Okay, you know me and ube, I love that ube, so. Ooh, oh my God. Ooh, that's good. There's an ice cream, the ube ice cream that I've had before, and it tastes just like that. Let's try the whole thing. Oh, this is amazing. It is delicious. It is refreshing, it's nice and creamy. The ube flavor is strong and good. I like it. Yeah, this is definitely a 10 out of 10.
Moving right along to the pumpkin chai latte. This is gorgeous. I don't think they've ever done like a cold chai tea here before, but I welcome it. Oh, wow, that's good. Yeah, good chai flavor. The spices are coming at me, but in a good way. I'm gonna try a little bit of this cold foam on top. What kind of cold foam is that? Pumpkin? It doesn't say, but it tastes like a pumpkin cold foam, which means we actually want to stir this in a little bit. I like this a lot. It does taste a little, upon a couple of sips, a little bit watered down, but it's not bad. This one I'm gonna give it a 8.5 out of 10, just because it's good, but it's nothing special. But I think they really nailed the pandan cooler.
The flavor is there. It does have that nice chai spiciness to it. But I think, you know what? This is good and nice and creamy. But I think I like the Thai tea one that they have here at Bengal Barbecue a lot more. But this is still pretty good. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10.
I think it's time for another savory item, so we're gonna walk over to the Little Red Wagon. I almost called it a dragon. And we're gonna get this chili cheese dog corn dog. I don't know, it sounded good. Okay, also, like, look how empty the park is today. It is 3:14 right now. We were looking at the ride times, wait times for like Indiana Jones. It was 35 minutes. We went on Pirates. It was essentially a walk-on. Peter Pan, we walked by maybe 2 hours ago. It was at 20 minutes, which is a huge indicator for not being busy. Dustin has the brilliant idea of like taking the popsicle stick part of the corn dog out, just so we don't have to like grab it and bite it and then have it, all the sauces and the good stuff on top drip down. So if you see me using it with like eating it with a fork and knife, that's why. There's quite a bit going on. You get like a little bit of the sweetness from the corn dog batter, and then obviously the savoriness of the corn dog itself, but then all this extra flavor from the chili and the crunchy onion bits. I'm actually not sure how I feel about this one, which is kind of weird because we had something really similar not that long ago over at the Corn Dog Castle. That was a corn dog and it had chili on it, and I really like that one. This one, it's really not quite hitting for me. The flavors want to fight each other rather than work together. So we're gonna try another bite. Independently, all the flavors taste really good. Together, I'm not into it. I'm gonna give this 6 out of 10.
It's pretty good, and there's a lot going on. But I mean, the hot dog, the bread, the breading for the corn dog, the chili. I think it's kind of what you would normally do. You just threw kind of like wieners and chili and cornbread all in together and mixed it all together and just started shoving it in your mouth. That's kind of what this is. I don't think this is that. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's that bad. You know, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
So for the last sweet treat of the day, we are making our way to Harbor Galley because they have the freshly baked pumpkin cookies, and it comes with like a cream cheese whip or a dip thing. So we're gonna walk over in there and get that. You can't mobile order it. Well, I mean, you can, but right now the time like to pick it up would be almost 5 o'clock, and we're trying to leave the park before then. So we're just gonna go wait in line. Last sweet treat of the day. I really enjoyed all the cookies from Harbor Galley because it's freshly baked. It's so fresh that they're sticking to each other. So naturally, trying it first without. It's so soft and ooey gooey. Trying it once without the whipped. Whoa, it's so good. I love all things pumpkin. Now I'm gonna try it with the whipped topping. I can already tell you right now though, 10-10. Oh yeah. And it still managed to have like a little bit of that snap to the cookie on the outside. Super soft on the inside. I love these. Every single cookie they've done here, I have enjoyed.
Oh yeah. Wendy's right. There is kind of like a nice little crust on the cookie. So let's try it by itself first. Oh wow. They did a good job on making this a very pumpkin-y flavored cookie. It's soft, gooey. Can I try it with the whipped cream? Even better. Yeah, if you guys like the cookies at Harbor Galley, I don't know who doesn't, because they're all delicious. But yeah, this is definitely a 10 out of 10. Grab it. Absolutely delicious.
And there you have it. That wraps up this video. Look at both some of the Halloween foods from DCA and Disneyland. I'm sorry we couldn't cover the entire menu, but I just can't eat that much. No. And the weather is hot, which also suppresses my appetite, just like as a personal thing. Like I don't like to eat when it's hot out. I don't know, it's a me problem. But what are some of your favorite items from, we'll start with Disneyland because we just walked out of there.
Well, for Disneyland, if you're going there, that bulgogi potato at Troubadour Tavern is a must get. I loved it. It is delicious. I think that should be a #1 on everyone's menu. For dessert, I think you should probably go and get that ube.
Oh, the Pandan cooler?
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah. Basically, copy and paste my choices as well is the bulgogi baked potato from Troubadour Tavern, and then the Pandan, is it Pandan or Pandan? I've been calling it Pandan, but maybe I'm saying it wrong. You guys let me know in the comments, gently. But that drink from Bengal Barbecue is delicious. I wish it was year-round. And as far as DCA goes, I feel like we didn't really get to eat as much there, so our choices are a little bit smaller, less of a variety. But for savory, it's going to go to the chicken pot pie soup in the bread bowl over at Aunt Cass. And then while we're at Aunt Cass, I might as well just say everything we ate there, I think is the top of my list. So the caramel apple bread pudding, as well as the cinnamon apple cold brew, which really surprised me. I just thought that I was like, cold brew, apple cinnamon cold brew, how is that going to work? They made it work, and I would 100% get it again. Yeah,
that cold brew is, I think, one of the best ones that I've ever had, minus the thing at some of the stuff at Bengal Barbecue. But yeah, you can never go wrong with Aunt Kaz. I loved the chicken pot pie bowl, delicious. That bread pudding was amazing. But I also want to give an honorable mention to that Spell Bar.
Oh, good honorable mention.
A deep fried Snickers bar, you can never go wrong with the whipped cream on there. Absolutely delicious. Those were my favorites. I can't decide between the bread pudding or the Spell Bar, so I'll just say I'll eat both.
We already did. Well, and there you have it. That's going to wrap up this video. But for more Halloween foods, we will be trying more, and that's just going to go on social. So subscribe to the channel. You'll find it under YouTube Shorts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.